call up the accounts and settle it out on this day. I make these proclamations today, later. I'm getting tired a little bit, and we can continue tomorrow, but I think we can wrap it up today. If you want to come tomorrow, we can carry on, but I think we can wrap it in one day, rather than wait for tomorrow. I think we will do that today, and put closure on this case, because it's disclosed. There's nothing to talk about. All these documents we are forcing or enforcing today, because no one reviewed them since the 10th of December last year, 2018, when I went to England and did this same case inside Westminster, inside the Supreme Court of Justice, their opposite judgment. So I'm saying, in all honesty, I'm doing more for Britain than the Queen will ever, because she did everything for herself and her royal family. 1 billion of them altogether, and I'm saying in figures that the population of the world at large is looking at where to from now, with the monarch gone and the Queen has dissolved, or she's gone and shut down herself and put Muslim law into high fraud. That's what I'm alleging, that the Queen is the biggest fraud star now in the world, and you can't get away with it. I myself is a monarch as well. I'm wearing the coat of arms of King William IV, and also the coat of arms of Hanover, and he's our partner, and Ernest Augustus is our partner, and the Queen has legislated a fourth crown corporation, but not ours. He's locked into our land of his ancestors, and as far as I'm concerned, he is the King of Britain, UK, Hanover, Commonwealth countries of the world, New Zealand and Pacific Islands. That is a proclamation to him, and we can all agree, when I'm finished at the end of everything, that we'll say one big I, and the I's and all the no's in our meeting today, of as many for a minimum of 3 and a quorum to make law. We're making law today with what we have, with the people we have today, as going on the record. It's on the record and televised or video, locked in the state memorial. We go on memorials to land, and that's been the case of land transfer titles.
Pleased to meet you. John Paterson.
To make money, to make buildings, and to build businesses and trade overseas countries. So there, Andy, I'm just saying to all you people, patient enough for me to go through. I'm not going to go through every single proclamation, but just only to say that the flag today is legal, it's lawful, it is legitimate, and it is our flag to enforce its king's law, its commercial law, its international law, and its common law of the 5 kings. King William II, 1650 AD, he put the Magna Carta law in, 1215 law, and also the Bill of Rights Act, 1689. He put those, implemented that in his reign of time, and then King William III of Orange, the Battle of the Boyne and the Glorious Revolution, he put the Pound Note Act together, and the Bank of England Act together, and the Municipalities Act of St. Patrick's Order together to collect the King's Crown land leases, as head lease we are, right through the Commonwealth countries of the world, and that is is our title, outright, absolute title today, against the Queen and her second-hand vice admiral titles that are no longer relevant in this king's takeover or reposition or of execution of property control and possession order to seize back the lands underneath Westminster City and the lands under the City of London. Those two places we're facing today in order that we're fashioned already in our own legal manner and not under UCC law, civil law, canon law, courier law, and I said UCC law is one more law that the most appropriate and Pope Francis dissolve all of those laws, and the Queen has no admiralty law to go on. We're the only one with the flag and the contract still extant and locked institutional.
Loud, isn't it?
To the Navy, Royal British Navy, and the military will be very curious on these documents that I'll be copying them all out. I was going to do that with Lee. Ken, is he there today, Andy?
Lee's here, yes.
Yep. Yes, so Lee and David Ellis and myself, remote, will copy out all these documents I have here, and you can see the proclamations. I'm going to read one or two of them out, but it's still the sum of all the proclamations that
Still there, John? Well, it froze there, John.
What's your name? Kaylee. Oh, my mum mentioned Kaylee. Oh, did he?
Free political prisoner. I've got it on camera. Sabine. I've got it on camera, my friend.
I got her a wheelchair.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, thanks for everything you've done, mate.
No, it's
Absolutely.
a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. I've got this guy back here from MI5, and he's told me that there's senior police officers that are with us, because there's 9 million children a year being trafficked. He said, but don't worry, it's all about to come out. We've got insiders now coming out. This here is historic. What we've done, did you see what we've done yesterday? Oh, it's all up on YouTube.
Where were you yesterday?
We were on the canal in Little Venice. 5 of us. If you give me if you give me a number or a card, I can forward you all this stuff. Or through hand, or Lee. Where did we last meet?
We haven't.
Because you're like, I met a guy outside Royal Courts of Justice, similar.
Yeah, well, we're outside the Royal Courts of Justice, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's good to meet up, because it's only you see, the whole idea of yesterday was the 6 of us that were together as a force were so powerful. And when these people see this
See Sombre.
they see us all together, and they realise they're strong. Because they try and divide and rule. There's a lot of other agencies, all sorts of shit going on. Did you hear about Joanne Solis? She got right inside Gordon Bowden's company. She's this is like a real life fucking adventure movie. I mean, they could, if they wanted to, make a film based on
the history. Yeah, historic, isn't it?
It is historic. And it's great, isn't it, to be with like-minded people. People know what's going on, but they don't know the key players. And what we've been doing in the courts, I've been testing all the judges.
You know that guy there, the forest police officer?
Yeah. They were going to arrest Andy. For what reason?
He had his job to work for.
But why would he want to?
In his name. He said, I'm not giving him.
He doesn't have to give him his name.
He said, you do, mate. I need to know an address where you are at the moment.
No, they don't have to know that. That is fucking incredible. I'll have a chat with Andy about it. Cheers, mate. So they tried to arrest Andy. And they tried to say, what are you here for? I mean, it's none of their fucking business. They're our servants. There they are. Look. And it's not illegal to take pictures of police officers, even though they hate it. They fucking hate having their picture taken. That's why I take pictures of them as often as I can. But there are people all over this place, at gatherings, having meetings, you know, you've got your speaker's corner. So why have they targeted Andy Devine? Yeah? Because they've been sent here to do so. That's right. It's pretty obvious. No one else is being targeted. Anyway, what I'm going to do, this could be, this is part 2. Got lots of supporters here. Now all these people, they totally understand the situation. And I'm not preaching to the choir here, but what I need is a larger choir, so that you can educate your friends and family. You can hold your member of parliament to account, like I have done. In Sussex, it was MP Norman Baker, and in London, it's Tulip Sadiq. And when Norman Baker stepped down, and Maria Coalfield got picked, I phoned up Maria Coalfield's PA and put him on notice because she was blocking all my emails. So you too can hold your politicians to account. Get rid of them and we'll get decent politicians in. So I'm going to look. So look, I'll pretend I'm taking a picture of the park, with the fountains over there. But I'm going to swing round. Now, this guy's on the phone. They're on the phone. And what they do, they take instructions from central command. Now, there's no video cameras around here, so they're fucked. But if you know, I don't want to ruin their day, I'll post them all over the internet this evening. They need to understand that they're working for a bunch of fucking satanic Freemasons. That's what they are. And while you've still got the internet, my friend, you need to find out about this for yourselves. I'm going to stop now and roll up a cigarette, and I'll see you again in part 3. There's 2 more cops coming down. If anything happens out of the ordinary, everything's out of the fucking ordinary, but I'll be back in a few minutes. God bless.